got there, the defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
36-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 26 and a first down. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford.
Intercepted by the Cardinals. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. Yards remaining on 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Murray a give. This is Drake. Showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Oh, some strong running. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
This is Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good for a 49er.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tevin Coleman, down his 2nd year with the Niners. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brought down back at the
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
5-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Kendrick Bourne there to make the grab. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
And he's able to put it through. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 17-14, under a minute 20 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. To throw is Murray. And he hits Drake. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
He's forced out of bounds.
Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
Now Drake loses the football, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Garoppolo on the keeper.
And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down. Defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. 14. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for San Francisco, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.